So for this Master That Riff, we're going to be looking at Plug In Baby by Muse. It's kind of a 6-bar riff, so what we'll do is break it down into kind of logical little chunks as usual. It's a very classical sounding riff because of the way we're sequencing through the scale. So our first phrase sounds like this. Okay, now what I'm thinking of there is kind of 2 group of 4 notes. So what I'm going to be doing is playing my 3rd finger at the 8th fret of the D string. Then I play my 4th finger at the 9th fret of the D string. Then my 1st finger plays 6th fret of the G string. And then my 3rd finger plays 8th fret of the D string again. So you've got a little group of 4 notes there. So it sounds like this. Okay. Then the next group of 4 notes, you start with your pinky at the 9th fret of the D string. Then you play 6 on the G string with the 1st finger. Then 7th fret. And then back to 9 in the D string again. And when you put that together, you have this very, as I said, very classical sounding kind of sequence. Then the next bar we play this. So what I'm going to play now is 6, 7, 9 on the G string with the 1st, 2nd and 4th fingers. Then I do a very quick, I do a hammer here from 7 to 8 on the B string with the 1st to 2nd finger. Then I play 7 on the B string there. I'm kind of doing a hammer, then a pull off. Then I play 9, 7, 6 again on the G string with the 4th, 2nd and 1st fingers. So that 2nd bar sounds like this. When you put it together with the 1st bit, you have the 3rd bar sounds like this. So we're kind of taking our sequence pattern again, but now I'm going to start from the 9th fret on the D string here with the 4th finger. So I play 9 in the D, then my 1st finger plays 6th in the G, then my 2nd finger plays 7th in the G, then I go back to 9 on that D string again. So it's kind of that second half of the 1st bar kind of sequence. Then I play 6, 7, 9, 6 on the G string with the 1st, 2nd, 4th and 1st fingers. So you can see this little logical kind of pattern forming. Then what I play is in the next bar, on the 4th bar, 6, 7, 9 and then 7 on that B string there. So it's like 6, 7, 9 in the G string and then 7 in the B string. Once I've done my 6, 7, 9 and then 7 on the B string, I do my hammer from 7 to 8 and then pulling off to 7 again. But this time I play my 4th finger goes to the 10th fret in the G string, then back up to 7th fret B string, and then 10th fret the G string again. So that little phrase kind of sounds. And that kind of leads into the next bit. Then the next bar, I'm playing essentially a little inverted D major arpeggio. So what I'm playing here is, we've ended up by doing, 7, 10, 7. My 1st finger is at the 7th fret here, the B string. What I'm going to do is take my 1st finger and bar across the B, G and D strings with my 1st finger. And when I'm going to pick each of the string in turn, so I kind of bar with this 1st finger and I play 7 in the B, 7 in the G, 7 in the D. And when I'm doing that, I'm ever so slightly rolling my hand. So rolling this finger here. If you keep it all pressed down, all the notes will ring together like this. Now, with Matt Bellamy using a lot of fuzz, I suppose it doesn't really matter. You might be able to hear it ring out, but just for kind of general arpeggio kind of playing, you kind of want to try and roll that finger there. So I play those 3 notes, and then my 3rd finger plays 9th fret of that A string there. So that's my 4 notes there. Then I go all the way back up, so I play 7 in the D with the 1st finger, roll to 7 in the G, and then 7 in the B, and then my 3rd finger plays 9th fret of that B string there. And this ties into the next bar, so we play this arpeggio. I bend up a half step, and then release it down. So what you're doing there is, when you come up this arpeggio, sit in that note, then bend it up a half step, come back down, and then play 7 on that B string there. So it kind of goes. and then I go to my 10 again on that G string with the 4th finger, and then I play 7 on the B string there. So it kind of goes. And the very last bit, my first finger here at the 7th fret again, so I kind of nip down to the G string here, or you can roll to it. I play 7 in the G string with the first finger, go back a fret to the 6th fret, and then my second finger plays 7th fret in the G string there. So from the bend it kind of goes. This is a very classical sounding bit of kind of playing there. So from the arpeggio it kind of goes. You may find the trickiest bit there is doing this bar after the bend. So what I'm doing there is I'm anticipating the roll, and I play that with this kind of more of the fleshy part of my first finger, and then roll to the G string. So I've put all that together. The first sequence sounds like this. Second sequence. Next sequence with arpeggio. Then what you do is you immediately go back to the start, and you would start off with that first sequence again. Okay, so you play that twice. After the second time, you go back to the first sequence. And then you just end on the 9th fret of the D string here, and I'm just playing it with my 4th finger. And then the kind of vocals would start for the verse. Okay, so you kind of play that first sequence, I suppose, 3 times, and then the 3rd time is where you end.